All right, folks, it's another road trip. We're back at it. As you can see, we have matching pants on. I didn't make that decision, but I'm playing along.
You are.
Because I didn't do the dishes. That was a rough start to the morning because I said I'd do the dishes because in our house, I'm sink manager, and I haven't been managing the sink.
I don't know what you've been managing.
Okay, so look, there have been issues in the Gjeebs household this morning, but we're still together. We're wearing matching outfits, and we're heading to Williams, Arizona. It's about a 350-mile round trip, and I'm going to be showing you kind of the reality of highway range on Teslas. I'm going to show you how much this trip costs in terms of like cost per mile with charging, how long it takes to charge, and then any other issues. Plus, we're heading up to about 7,000 feet in elevation in Flagstaff, Arizona. So it's going to give you like a realistic view, plus eating and planning all the little intricacies of a road trip and how to be efficient while in your Tesla. And it's the Gjeebs Christmas special, and I hope you enjoy.
Did you tell them we're going for the Polar Express?
Oh, I didn't. Yes, we are going for the Polar Express.
That's why we're in our jammies.
Right. So you have to wear...
Well,
Jamie's pregnant, by the way.
They don't know that.
I haven't really say that stuff because, you know, they don't care.
All right. Well,
nobody cares.
What
so we're
is
headed
that?
The Polar Express.
Are you just telling them that so they don't think I'm just fat?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Because I noticed that when girls get pregnant, the second they get pregnant, they're always touching themselves. They're like, yep. That's what I noticed. There's a Chili's coming up here, exit 223. Another thing I want to show you here is the battery temperature. We're currently at 122 degrees and it's preconditioning, as you can see here, so we can get optimal charging. Left home, it's around 60 degrees and it's been just cold, just sitting there all night. This is from, now it says battery temperature is high at 124 degrees. Kind of interesting. So this is from Teslogics. I have them linked in the description as well as a full-on video showing you what that app does. It's a pretty cool app. If I click over using the right scroll, it actually scrolls through and shows you various screens. So it's a pretty useful device. It kind of shows you these things. Like right now we're only using the rear motor, but if I get on it, the front motor engages. So there's some really cool features on it that you could nerd out on. I started to use it on trips like this. Just because I was curious as to like what a normal battery temperature is. Right now, 126 degrees. There's plenty of EVs that have this preconditioning feature. It's just, it just doesn't work, seems to be as well. We're running at 372 watt hours per mile. So very inefficient. That's with the air off. We got this Subaru Outback in front of us here. I'm flicking the lights at them. You know, they're smart enough to, thank you. Oh, look, they got over. They're smart enough to put stickers on their car that said peace and love, but they're causing war because they weren't getting over. But they got over. Rich inner life. We know. That's what the sticker said. Oh, God. You know what, though? Hey, I turned the camera on, they got right over, and now I'm getting over. So we taught a lesson. And what did Jesus say? Do as I do, not as I say. Jesus said something like that, right?
Do as I say, not as I do.
Do as I say.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus had to have said that. He's been around a while. He still has a #1 bestseller, the New and Old Testament. Okay, so another interesting thing here. You see here it says the last saguaro, as others say, the saguaro. It's literally the last cactus that you will see going up here. We somehow noticed this last time, and it was only popping up when we turned off the navigation for some reason. But yeah, you come up the mountain here, and then there's just the very last cactus. And we were looking at it, we're like, is that really the last one? And then we never saw a cactus after that. So the last saguaro stands between us and the Polar Express, said Moses. The other thing we notice is the Badger Springs Christmas bush. And so we're like, what the heck is that? And then we look up here and boom, there's this random bush that's decorated with candy canes. It's like, who does this stuff? I can't even get lights on the house and people are decorating bushes in the middle of nowhere. Charge stop number 1. We're all done up there. As you can see here, they've got a couple Model Ys lined up. This is how you have to plan things out. I don't know if this one's broken or not. It might be. We'll just sit that up there. It may be out of order, but I don't know. So the McDonald's is over there. If you're not from America, if you don't have McDonald's near you, that's a health restaurant. I dropped Jamie off over there, and then I come over here, let the car charge while we eat. And it's little things like that that will make you more efficient on your road trips. You can check on your phone what state of charge you're at. That way you're not charging and then going and eating and wasting time. So you got to do one or the other. So that's got a nice couch in the back there. Real quick, I'd like to show you the T-Parts hidden magnetic storage box, the armrest hidden storage, and the console clear storage drawer. The underscreen box is $60 and goes here, giving you more out-of-sight storage, and it has this genius magnetic latch that makes it secure and easy to install. The armrest storage box goes here. Using code Gjeebs, you can save 10% off on tparts.com. This is the same company that created the carbon fiber spoiler that I absolutely love for the back of my Model Y. It's a matte carbon. And again, using my code here will save you 10% off of your purchase. And I've really enjoyed the products that they've sent me so far. I will have all of these items linked from T-Parts in the description individually. And using code Gjeebs, you will save an additional 10% at checkout. Now back to it. So something that's kind of cool here, you can see what state of charge your car is at and then how many minutes until you can continue your trip. You can also check the live camera mode here. So you can see what's going on in the car. You can see this guy is not giving me a door ding. Looks like Subway's still open and that truck kind of missed the parking spot. And then you can check on the interior of your car. You can see my daughter's baby doll is safe. So just some cool features while you're away from your car that you can access. And these are the things that when you have a Tesla, it's going to be hard to go to other brands because stuff like this and autopilot, you become spoiled and you don't want to give that up. I know I've stated this before, but I love in traffic, just throw it in autopilot and just sit here. Let it handle it. There's no nags when you're going at these lower speeds either. Like you could sit here for probably 30 minutes and not touch the wheel. And it's not going to bother you. So all right, we made it here. Everyone's wearing matching clothes, and the other thing that people were doing, they were just in a car ride with their children and everyone's pissed, but they're acting like everything's okay. That's another thing you realize about parenting. Yeah, Williams is cool. And then I have the other video I did at the Verde Canyon train. I don't know, this is a train channel now, but this is the second one we've done. This is Santa Fe. That's how BNSF got founded. Changing table in the Porta-John here. Yeah. Look at this. I should see if they'll sponsor the channel. First class Porta-Johns, look at that. Now that's class. Yeah, we're here at the station and we're ready to take off to see Santa at the North Pole. I think some people here actually think we're going to the North Pole, but it is what it is. This is big. Walking up to the train, saw that they had chargers here. Even comes with a little glove if you're cold. So we're gonna get this thing plugged in. That way we don't really have to worry about charging on the way back because we're only at 23% battery and it's cold out. So the fact that we're gonna be able to be charging this whole time we're gone is awesome. So let's hopefully this works. And there you go, and it's free too. They're not even charging for these, so yeah. Put my adapter on, worked. Let's see what charging speed we're getting. Okay, 10 hours remaining, but that's okay. This is just gonna give us a nice boost while we're on the train, so that's amazing. Free charging. There's a lot of this out there that's not even on the map that's great. So we'll be charging up and we'll be just less stress getting back into Flagstaff and everything. quick bathroom review. You guys knew I wouldn't let you down. So we got hand soap, we got toilet, we got running water, and we got an Esser. We got no backsplash here. As we got close to the station, I got the heated seats on and preheated the car to 72 degrees. Having an awful charging session here. 56 kilowatts on a 150 kilowatt charger. It's been this since we got here at 20%, so taking a long time. Still have 25 minutes left. Not good, adding unnecessary time, but it's what it is. That car left beside us, so now we're up to a $1.05 kilowanks, and we're going now. Now we'll be out of here in 10 minutes. Jamie's gonna go blow out in the Marriott. Didn't you just say you had to go?
I have to pee.
Oh, okay, so I apologize. But now we're humming, baby. This is why the 250s are way better, because it doesn't matter side by side. All right, folks, I got all the facts right here. So let's talk about it. So in this trip, it's my book report, I'm standing in front of the class. Okay, completed it last night at 4 a.m. 392 total miles driven and 138.9 kilowatt hours used. Started the trip with 97% battery, and then this is one of those trips, this 392 mile day trip, which I know isn't that common, but this is one of those trips where you're gonna see why having an electric car would be kind of annoying. On the first part of this drive, we drove 79.5 miles and went up in elevation 2,500 feet. So at highway speeds, at an average speed of 70 miles per hour, we got 55% efficiency. Efficiency, and I'm getting this from the Tessie app. I'll have a link to that in the description. Not sponsored at all. If you use that link, you will get access to a free month of their premium shit, whatever it's called. And that will let you get all the statistics that I'm telling you here when you do drives. And then after a month, you can decide if you want to pay their fee to have it forever. I don't care what you do. I don't care at all. I'm just telling you how I got this information. Now, compared to actual distance driven, again, started with 273 miles. We arrived with 129 miles, or 46%. The charging session took 33 minutes, as you saw, on a 150 kilowatt charger. Now, that wasn't as big of a deal because we had to stop to eat for lunch, so I dropped the family off at, I don't need to repeat myself. I dropped everyone off, threw the car in the charger, walked back to Mackledoon. And in that session, we had 32.23 kilowatt hours added, and that costs whatever it says on the bottom of the screen. I have to look up the rates on that charger. Once I got to the location, you saw that it was free charging, and that took us from like 23% up to 46%. And this actually ended up being more important than I thought at the time, because it got to 28 degrees at Flagstaff, so the car was running really inefficiently, and that actually helped us comfortably get to Flagstaff and continue on our journey. Once we got to the Flagstaff charger, though, it was another 27-minute charging session, so now that's 1 hour of charging in this trip. That took us from 22% to 63%, and we made it home with only 3% of charge. So 1 hour added into our day from charging. If you had a gas-powered car, if I had my Porsche Macan that I had, for example, I would have been able to do this round trip, make it all the way home, not filling up, with plenty to spare and not worrying about how I was driving. So in that Flagstaff charging session, 27.64 kilowatt hours added, and it costs whatever was shown at the bottom of the screen, and then there's the total. So that's your total. So you're inconvenienced a little bit, and that's the total of what it costs. And the other thing is, on this Flagstaff charger, 150 kilowatt, there were a bunch of cars at it. So most of our charging session, we were sitting at 56 kilowatt charging speed. So it was extremely slow and just annoying. Once that car moved away, it went from a 30-minute session down to a 10-minute session, and we were able to head home. And I actually headed out a little bit earlier because I was just overweighting. You know, having an infant and all that stuff, yeah, it was very comfortable getting up there. The power and everything is great. But you can see how on these day trips, it could be annoying to have an electric car because of how the range is advertised on them. What Tesla's doing on their website is, you know, they show the range of the car, but that's not highway range. We're all thinking, oh, I can, like, you drive your gas car, it basically gets what's advertised. Whereas in this case, it's a mix of highway and of highway and city driving of how they're able to put it up there. So it's not, Tesla's not doing anything illegal or anything like that. That's not what I'm insinuating. I'm just saying there's a reality to the range you're going to get, and certain day trips like this, if you don't have a lot of patience, could become really annoying to you. Now, in terms of a daily driver, the Model 3, Model Y, there is absolutely no car on this earth that is more efficient or cheaper to run than them. They're excellent, very convenient. I can't say enough about it. Now, what you may be wondering is, what would a cross-country road trip be like? Click this video right here where I take my Model Y 2,000 miles across the country. It's actually quite surprising when you go, for example, in the first part of this trip, it only added an hour of charging over 700 miles, whereas it was also an hour of charging in a 390-mile trip. So you're going to see how it's possible in this video.